Davies, head coach, sponsored by Architecture and more. Matty, just sum up that weekend, because we spoke last weekend about how difficult one it was going to be, a visit by the champions and a trip to a very tough place to go, and another 4-point weekend in the bag.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably the most satisfying weekend, and obviously it feels like it's been like a long road, and sort of all the hard work and the stuff that we've been doing is sort of feels like it's paying off now. Lads were great last night, really played well, and I thought tonight we didn't start the best, I'll be honest, but I think Bobby got us going. Like I say, look, it's always a tough game, and I'll say this, fair play to them, they were short, really short, and they still dug in, and obviously Gozzy played unreal, he always does. So it was tough. We had to keep going, banging on the door, and we got it done, and massive character, massive effort from everybody, and just like I say, great weekend.
Did Bobby let you know that was in his plans when he went out for that shift after the tussles between Cooper and Hare behind the net?
Look, that was coming. I don't want to talk too much on it, but obviously stuff went on last game that I didn't particularly like, the team didn't like, and something needed to happen. So look, it is what it is. It's part of the game. Heated, we needed to make a statement tonight. Not just to them, but to everybody that we are a good team. We're not out of this, and we're going to be there. And I think Bob being who Bob is, the captain, I think he's getting fed up of people having a shot at him when obviously everyone knows he's struggling. So fair play. He obviously did what he needed to do, and it shut them up, didn't it, for a little bit. So. Which is hard to do. So look, really proud of him, really proud of everybody. Massive win, and like I say, great weekend.
Start of the second seemed to move to more familiar lines. Obviously we know Stanley tonight we managed to actually go to two forward lines that played the majority of last season together, and from that point on, sort of 30 shots Sam Gospel faced in the last two periods. That just seems to swing the momentum, but did you sort of think that Gozzy was on one of those nights and that it just wasn't going to happen?
Gozzy does it every year, and it was it was looking like that, but I just felt like after the first, I just felt like we needed to sort of just change it a little bit. I felt like 10 minutes, the last 10 minutes of the first, we was getting something, but we couldn't quite. It was a bit perimeter. We couldn't quite get inside of them. And I just felt like we go back to sort of last year's lines, and they've all played with each other. They know how each other play. And honestly, it was just we just sort of came out with a good attitude in the second, and we dominated that period, to be honest. And they did well getting out of it 2-1 because Gozzy had to make grade A after grade A, and Gozzy does that. So we had to just keep going. Maybe just get a little bit dirtier on the areas and get to the hard areas and make it hard on Gozzy seeing pucks, and we did a way better job of that. And how we saw the game out, I thought was really pleasing, and like I said, the D this year have been unreal. Obviously Brock being back has added a dimension to us that we hadn't had, so it's like I say, it's looking good. Like I say, really happy with 4 points.
I was just going to ask how happy were you with Brock's weekend. Of course, he said it'll be a tough weekend for him, and he seems to have obviously come out playing 120 minutes.
Look, I think last night he was he was very good last night. Just like hadn't skipped a beat. And look, he hasn't been on the ice or in a game for over a year now. So this tonight was always going to be, like I said before he came, he's going to have a couple of weeks. Brock's couple of weeks of getting back to full is different to some. You still see how good he is at times and what he can do. But he dug in and defensively, did a great job for us. And he'll, like I say, another week on the ice, and he'll just keep getting better.
If I just ask about the netminders, obviously Geordie's been on a hell of a run between the pipes at the moment, and a run of games as well. Are we, for the first time in sort of 18 months, seeing maybe a clear one at the moment? Or
Geordie's number one right now. Can't keep him out of the net. You know, when someone's playing that good, he deserves it. He's come in this year. He looks completely different, and I've always said whoever's playing will play, and I'm not just going to change on that. It is what it is. Geordie's, you know, the better goalie right now. He's playing better, and he needs to play. So he deserved it out last night. I was gutted for him. To be fair, it was a tough one to see because I know how much he wants it. And but look, tonight, you know, the critical saves at the right times, which is what, you know, a proper goalie number one does for you and can win you the game. So yeah, he's playing great. He's literally exactly what we need him to be right now, and giving us a chance to win. And like I say, can't keep him out the net.
If we can just have a quick update on Owen Brute, and I know that if somebody sees him around the rink, he's not looking a bit too wasteful there at the moment. But any update on Brute?
Well, he's got a larger face than usual. Yeah, I think. Look, he took one in the face last night, and yeah, I think it'll be maybe a week or so or two. We'll see how he gets on, but no rush for him. Obviously, anything with a face is always a little bit, you know. So we'll see how he gets on this week, and yeah, we'll go from there. But we've got a lot of bodies, and that's, you know, that was the big plan of this year, was to get bodies in. And to be honest, I thought tonight, I just want to mention Theo. I thought Theo Malone, that was the best he's played in an old shirt. I thought he was brilliant. Stepped in at the right time, and that's how it is. It's, you know, someone comes in and has a great game time. Bo's been the same at times. That's what good teams do. They have, you know, different people that'll knock on the door. And I said it to the lads after the game. We need everybody to win these games and win these points, and everyone this weekend has done a job, whether it's a lot of minutes or less minutes or whatever it is. Everyone's buying in and everyone wants to win, and you can see that now. So yeah, really pleasing.
And finally, looking ahead to next weekend, so you know, home game, double road trip, Friday against the Steel Dogs. Kind of think we maybe owe them one after the Remembrance game and the performance we put in, not to get anything from it. Obviously they've had a tough weekend, so they're going to be desperate to win as well. And then obviously a trip up to Solway. They've seemingly had a really good performance, short bench tonight themselves, getting away with in Romford. So as we mention every week, no easy game.
No, never easy. Yeah, like I said, Sheffield obviously, you know, they're playing really well at the minute, and you know, the last game, you know, I felt like we played a really good game against them. Unlucky to not win, and yeah, we'll go Friday in their rink. It's different in there, it's big. So yeah, we'll rest up, enjoy tonight obviously, and then we'll get going for next week. And 2 away games, yeah. Our away form's a lot better now. You know, the way we're playing now, and you know, the structure we're playing with, it's really helping us. So yeah, I'm confident we're going to the weekend, and we've got to keep the train rolling now, haven't we?
Well, thank you very much, everybody. Matty Davies.
Thank you.